Story one, yellow card amnesty. We think FIFA is adapting to a longer, hotter World Cup. So news came out this week that yellow cards at the 2026 FIFA Men's World Cup are set to be wiped out at the end of the group stage and again after the quarterfinals. So this rule change is expected to be approved at an upcoming FIFA Council meeting in Vancouver. So we'll wait to hear for sure. But if it's being covered through news articles, we expect it's a given that it's about to come through. In previous tournaments, accumulated bookings were only cleared at the quarterfinals. So with the expansion of 48 teams this year for the 2026 edition across the US, Canada, and Mexico, FIFA looks as though it's going to reduce the risk of players missing key knockout matches due to suspension in terms of adding in this extra layer of removing all yellow cards. The logic is partly structural. So more teams, of course, mean more matches. We've talked about this a lot. And more matches mean a higher likelihood of yellow cards accumulating. And that is going to impact suspensions. And those suspensions could impact decisive moments in terms of squad makeup. So resetting bookings earlier reduces that bottleneck, and in FIFA's view, could potentially improve competitive fairness by keeping top players available deeper into the tournament. So interesting to hear that that's happening. Now, from my perspective, I'm seeing a growing environmental subtext as well. So the 2026 tournament is going to be played, as we know, across a much larger geographic region and across different climatic conditions. Host cities are expected to experience a wide range of weather conditions. So depending on where the games are taking place, we could be looking at humidity, altitude, extreme heat. Hopefully not, but there's a chance of wildfire smoke as well, which would affect air quality. So there's going to be a lot of weather to contend with across this tournament. And according to assessments from bodies like the IPCC, heat waves in North America are becoming more frequent and intense due to climate change, increasing that physiological strain on athletes competing at the height of summer. So for us, the inference is that this all ties together tactically. Teams are already preparing for heavier rotation, longer recovery cycles, and more careful load management. So in that context, the risk of suspension through accumulated yellow cards becomes more than just a disciplinary issue. It's another variable that can thin squads and disrupt planning. So FIFA hasn't explicitly framed this rule as climate adaptation. It's aligning with a broader shift in tournament design, let's say, in line with the growth of this tournament being 48 teams, and they say removing bottlenecks at key times. But this is also going to reduce avoidable pressures on squads at a time where environmental conditions are becoming less predictable, more demanding, and keeping key players in the team and being able to rotate them and rely on that is going to be absolutely critical to teams' performance for this World Cup. So let's see what happens, and we'll keep an eye on that story.